Good evening everybody, and in this video I'm going to tell you how I painted these Night Lords Indomitus Terminators. A few of you may have seen my previous videos where I've been painting up these guys, or perhaps following along on the Instagram. I'm now proud to announce that they are finally finished after what seems like a long time. We had a bit of a crisis with the bases. We had to rebase them as they were on an inferior base, I guess is the word I'm going to use. So we ended up getting some of the Zone Mortalis bases, and I think they have improved things no end. So anyway, how were these painted, you ask? So I shall tell thee. We started off as usual. See, I've done something clever here. Got everything ready for a change. We started off, hello Toad, what are you doing there? We started off with typical priming. This time we used an airbrush primer. I used Vallejo black surface primer, and then for the base coat I used a 1-to-1 mix of Vallejo premium dark blue and Vallejo violet. In a 1-to-1 mix, and just done a all over base coat all over the Terminators there. And then for the first highlights I just added in a touch of Vallejo game colour electric blue. Just concentrated on the larger panels from the top and from the sides. Then I added in a touch more electric blue, literally just hit it from the top. These panels on the back here, hit the top up there, sides of the shoulder pads, and the little tail piece there. I don't know what that is called. We used to call it the butt flap when I was young, but I don't know what it's actually called. And that was pretty much it for the armour. And then we gave it a wash with a mix of black and Nuln Oil, and that was it. We left it there, let it dry, and then we just gave the armour a few edge highlights, only one coat, one stage of electric blue again, and we did it in a sort of a ragged chipping manner, so it wasn't exactly, you know, smooth, to give the illusion perhaps of some texture on the armour plates there. It's not perfect, but it was quick and easy, and that's what we're kind of shooting for, quick and easy. Following up on the armour, we did the typical Night Lord's Lightning Scheme. Then I have to admit I messed up a bit on these. All I used for that is model colour magenta. Thinned that down a lot to get a guide pattern, and then just ran pink, which I haven't got ready, Vallejo model pink, into that guide pattern, and then finally on top of that we just used a white for the thinnest line in the middle. Pretty basic stuff, but I think it looks quite nice with the magenta tone, different to the usual ones. Going to carry on with that, I think. And after that we worked on all the metal pieces, such as the gun and the weapon trimming, same as how the bases were painted. They were all just lead belcher with a black wash, and then just dry brushed back up. That simple. We don't mess around with metal, don't want to spend a lot of time on it. It was really simple and easy. It's all about effort to reward ratio with painting these days. If we can do it quick and easy, we will. So moving on. Why have I got the black ready? Oh, the black weapon casings. These are all done. Just Vallejo model black. And then with a touch more grey added. Where is my grey? It's gone walkabout. We added small amounts of Vallejo Stonewall grey, just to make the highlights there around the gun casings. Try and zoom in. Did a couple of scratches. He's facing the wrong way. And the gun casings, just for the highlights with a bit of grey. Finally did a sort of last final highlight with pure grey on those weapon cases. After that, it was on to just odds and sods and details. The eyes were painted with a mix of fluorescent magenta and fluorescent orange, giving us a fluorescent red, which was great fun to paint. Really enjoyed painting the old glowing eyes. But I'd definitely move forward with that because, again, it's my finger crouching on the camera there. Again, it was quick and easy. A lot of it is about quick and easy. After that, I don't know why I've got my hull red out. That's the wrong colour. Hold on a moment. It was the skeletons. They were painted, excuse me, with flat earth to begin with, and then repainted with ivory, leaving the flat earth in the recesses, given a contrast wash, skeleton horde, repainted ivory, leaving the skeleton horde in the recesses, and then a final wash of Seraphim Sepia. That's actually quite a lot of work, isn't it? More work, I think, went into the skeletons than it did the Terminators themselves. Oh, and of course, we mustn't forget the gore effects, which were just painted with our old friend Tamiya clear red. Funny old stuff that really stinks. I'd recommend not smelling it because I think it'll do a number on your head. And that was pretty much it. Then we just moved on to bases, which were lead belcher with a bit of typhus corrosion, wash down, dry brush back up with the lead belcher, and the yellow parts easy again. Avaland Sunset, wash, dry brush back up, Avaland Sunset, and just smear some dirt on there to give it that used and worn effect. Oh yeah, and also I mustn't forget, and then we added the decals, and they were done. See you later.